Okay, so I'm going to start off with a primer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless 12-hour perfecting primer. And what is this on my face? Ew. And guys, I'm trying to do a voiceover, but there's just so much going on in my house, so it may turn into a I said voiceover. I'm trying to do a talk through, so it may turn into a voiceover because there's just so much going on in my house, so excuse that. So you don't have to use a primer, but I prefer to use a primer, but I don't use a primer every day. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and apply it to my face. Foundation, I'm going to be using the Black Up Cosmetics full coverage cream foundation, and this is in the color 06. And I'm going to be using my Diva Beauty brown buffer brush B02, and I'm going to spray that a little bit because this foundation is really thick. I'm going to spray my brush with the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. And then I'm just going to take some of the foundation on the brush, and then I'm just going to dot that on my face. And then I'm just going to buff it in and do tapping motions all at the same time. Make sure you take your foundation down your neck. And this looks a little orange on camera, but I promise you it matches. And I'm going to take that over my eyes. I usually don't when I'm wearing eyeshadow, but I don't think I will be today, and I'm not recording that. And you guys asked for like a lot of talk through videos, so I decided to do some more talk through because I rarely do them. So just mind you, this video will be pretty long, so you may want to just skip to parts you want to see because it will be a pretty lengthy video. Talk through videos always end up so much longer. So then you can just go back and tap it in. This kind of just gives you a more airbrushed look. So now that you have your foundation on, you're going to move to your highlighted parts of your face. And for you guys who don't know, highlighting is to bring things forward, and contouring is to, for lack of better words and for understanding, is to sink things in. So the parts of your face you would normally want to slender down, that's where you would contour. So I'm going to start off with highlighting, and I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. So I'm going to mix these two together. This one is Fawn, and then this one is Cool Tan. And I'm going to apply that under my eye. And as you can see, this color Fawn is not much of a highlight. And I'm going to apply some down the bridge of my nose, forehead, chin, and Cupid's bow. And then I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of the Cool Tan. And then I'm just going to blend that out with my fingers. You can use a beauty blender sponge, brush, or whatever, but I just tend to like to use my finger because it warms up the product and just blends it out much quicker and easier. Now you typically don't want to go below your cheekbone. I think that's what it's called right here, kind of, sort of, because you actually want that to stand out. So if you go like further down, it's like it's going to be standing out the parts you want to contour. And as you guys can see, I don't really like a harsh highlight because I don't like it on me. So I do more of the subtle look. Then you just want to blend that out on your nose. Cupid's bow, chin, and then forehead. And like I said, you can use a different brush for this, but I just like to use my hand. And now I'm just taking the foundation brush I used just to blend it out a little bit more. Okay, and there you have your highlighted part. You see I kind of go in like a triangular shape, but a triangle like on the side, kind of like, I don't know, but kind of like a triangle. So now I'm going to move to the contour, and you can just use a powder contour, but I'm going to be using a cream contour and a powder contour just to show you guys that you can contour with creams. So I'm going to be using this Black Up Cosmetics contouring stick in the color 02. It has a highlighting shade and a contour shade, but I'm just going to use the contour shade. So you want to contour the parts of your face where you want it to sink in, so your cheekbones. This just slims your face a little bit, so you want to contour in the hollows of your cheeks. So to get where you should contour, you can do like the little duck face thing. So I typically go from like the base of my like ear down. Like that. And then you can do your nose. And I just blend my nose in like right away because I don't really like a really contoured nose, so I just see how much I need. And you want to kind of connect it to your eyebrow. Like that, and then you can do your forehead. Then you can do your jawline, but I'm not going to do that. And then you just want to blend that in, and I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush. So typically when you're doing highlighting and contouring, you want to use a shade 2 tones lighter, or 2 to 3 tones lighter for your highlight, and then 2 to 3 tones darker for your contour. I'm blending this in circular motions, and like I said, this is for people who like more of a subtle look. So if you like a more harsher contour, then this is not the video for you. But there's tons of videos you can watch. And you kind of want to just blend upwards and downwards, kind of, sort of. I just showed you guys a before and after, but I took before and after pictures, I think. Well, before pictures so far. And then you can see you have like this little highlight spot, and then it's bringing your forehead in. So, yeah. So now I'm just going to add powder where I would normally put powder over my whole face. So I'm using the M.A.C Mineralize Skin Finish, and this is in the color dark. And I'm just going to take a powder brush from Morphe. This is the MB1. And I'm just going to apply that all over my face, even the parts where I contour, but not highlight it. Well, my chin and stuff. To set my highlight areas, I'm going to use the Benign Banana Powder, which you can use either, or I should just use the Anastasia. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, but you can use the banana powder. And I custom created this kit for myself, and I'm going to use the shade Mellow Yellow. And I'm going to be using a Real Techniques setting brush. And you're just going to want to pat that under your eyes. Set your highlighted areas, and I'm sure you guys can see that it's more bright, like right in this area and on my nose. So now I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit again, and I'm going to take the color, I think this is Espresso, and I'm going to use that to contour, and I may mix in a little of carob or carob, however you say it. So these two. And I'm going to be using this contour brush from Sonia Kashuk. So I'm just going to take that and just contour where I started. To take whatever is left on my brush and just to contour my nose a little bit. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of the lighter concealer like right under my contour, just to give it a crisp line and to define it a little bit more. And then I'm just going to blend that with the same brush. And then basically that's all I do. And then I'm just going to go back over with the powder brush that I used to set my face, well, to apply my all over face powder. And then I'm just going to just make sure everything is nicely blended. And basically, guys, that's how I contour my face. Now you can go ahead and add some blush if that's what you want to do. So I'm going to take this blush, and this is Milani's Baked Blush in Berry Amore, and I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks and blend backwards. Cheek color, not too much. And then you can also apply a highlight. So I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette again, and I'm going to use this color 10K, which is Illuminator. So I'm just going to take some of that on this fan brush from Coastal Scents and apply that to the high points of your face. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. Hope you can. I'm going to apply some down the bridge of my nose, just a little bit, into my Cupid's bow, and a little on my forehead. So basically, guys, that's how you highlight and contour, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to put on my eye makeup, like some eyeliner and lipstick, and then I'll be right back to show you like a more completed look. So I just finished putting on my eye makeup, so this is like the full completed look of how it will look with your highlight and contour. I just finished recording how to apply eyelashes, false eyelashes, so I hope that video helped you guys, and that will probably be up after this video. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped someone, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so I just finished my eye makeup and I am done with, oh my gosh.